Hello, my name is Trey Martello, and today I'm going to be telling you about my favorite leadership experience, being the captain of the wrestling team for 2 years at my high school, Sarasota High School. Being the captain meant a lot of things, but mainly my actions were leading practice, always being in the middle, being able to demonstrate moves for the coaches, leading warm-ups. When we would go to tournaments, I was the representation for the team. I'd go out during coin flips and decide for the team. I was the role model. When freshmen would come in and they need someone to like look up to, I was that person. I always made sure my grades were in check. I always made sure I was working hard. I always made sure I was giving it my all, never goofing off in practice, because I knew that as the captain, these kids are looking up to me and I want to leave the best impact I can on them. Now, I had wrestled for 3 years. 2 out of those 3 years, I was captain. My second and my third year. My second year, I actually didn't start out as the captain. I was higher up on the food chain, I guess, but because I was a pretty upperclassman compared to the rest of the team, but I wasn't quite a captain. However, midway through the year, we had some issues with the captains, and one of the captains got kicked off the team, or they got captain taken away from them. So they were still on the team, but they could no longer be captain, and we all took a vote, and the coaches took a vote to decide on who was the best fit to be our captain, to fit that role. And they decided on me. I was very honored. I was totally willing to fill in that role for them. I'd always been a leader with groups and teams and stuff. I like having an influence on people. I'm quite talkative. I'm quite loud, so I'm good. I have no problem telling other people what they need to do or what can they do better. I can be stern, but I could also be nice. I have both sides of that. And so yeah, my motivation. When I started wrestling, I was coached under this man named Tracy Lee, and he was a great man, and he taught me everything I knew for my first few months. Unfortunately, during the summer before my first season, actually, he passed away, and it was very damaging, I know, to the rest of the team. My co-captain, Nathan, he had been wrestling with that coach for a while, so that really hurt him. So I knew once he passed away that I was going to need to step up and make him proud. So both of us, we think about that all the time whenever we're leading, whenever we think about goofing off, whenever we think about not giving 100%, we always think we're gonna do it for him. We're gonna be the best man we can for him, and we're gonna lead this team how he wanted it to be led. Being the captain of the wrestling team was such a great experience. It really was. It's something I will always remember. I'm thinking about wrestling actually for club at UCF, which is actually right in the Lead Scholars building. So I'll be right over there all the time. And hopefully later down the road, I can become captain of that team. But I loved being captain. I loved everything that came with it. I loved the new guys looking up to me. I love teaching just about anything from math to whatever. So teaching kids new wrestling moves was my favorite thing ever. I loved working with the new guys. Some kids don't really like working with the new guys. I love it. I love teaching. I like seeing other kids' improvement. I liked representing the team because I had the grades, I had everything, so I was confident that I was a good role model for these kids. And now that I'm leaving them, I am totally confident that I left a good footprint for them to follow. And the impact it had on me, it really changed my life. Wrestling was something that will always be with me. It'll always be my sport. Maybe not everyone thinks it's cool, or nobody will take the time to understand it, but in my opinion, it'll always be my sport. Whether I'm doing it or not, whether I do it all my years in college, maybe I stop, but I will always love wrestling and always follow it and always remember it as a part of who I am. So that is my experience as being the captain of the wrestling team for 2 years. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and ask me. I'd love to go further in depth about this experience. That is one of my favorite leadership opportunities I've ever had. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this, and thank you for your consideration.